The marked motive of monarch. Monopolizing the moniker of mega monkey magnate, the mysterious, maudlin, monsterly mammal, making it in Mother Earth's mysterious mid-mantle motherland, mucking about maniacally murdering marauding monsters, and meanwhile mourning morosely with such melancholy, mostly mournfully missing his misplaced men and mates. This movie manifests the mythos of a monumental mashup of massive monsters meeting, mauling, and then mitigating their misunderstandings to meld their merits to massacre a mutual, melodious, malevolent monkey madmen, while men and maidens make the movie a matrix of mediocre melodrama. Make your minds mellow, mates! It's a moment of movie mulling with your master of moronic musings. Me! This is Godzilla x Kong on Jason Watches. What the heck just happened? Godzilla Loves Kong, a movie about leaping lizards and mad monkey love, is a 2024 action fantasy movie starring a CGI ape, a CGI iguana, and some humans who aren't CGI, but if they were, I honestly wouldn't be that surprised. In it, Kong discovers a tribe of his own kind living in the Hollow Earth, a domain that I'm not even going to begin to explain because it's incredibly weird and kind of dumb. However, rather than being relieved that he is not, in fact, the last of his kind, Kong is horrified to discover that his simian brethren are being ruled by a malevolent monkey called the Scar King, and this pitiless primate might be more than Kong can handle. Also, Godzilla is there. Kind of. And he gets top billing, even though it's not his movie. This is a Kong movie, folks. This must be how George Clooney felt when Arnold Schwarzenegger got top billing for Batman and Robin. So here's my controversial take that I'm absolutely certain no one will have a problem with, but this movie would have been better if Godzilla wasn't in it. I said what I said, and you heard what I said. This was Kong's movie. It was Kong's story, and Godzilla was really nothing more than just a glorified guest star. Legendary is treating Kong like Marvel is treating the Hulk. He's just never going to get another solo movie, is he? So yes, this movie would have been better as a Kong-centric movie, and by that I mean it would have been better without Godzilla in it at all. It also would have been better without any humans, as most of the movies in the MonsterVerse would be. Rebecca Hall and Katie Hoddle are back from Godzilla vs. Kong, and their relationship, it's wholesome and it's inoffensive. I didn't find any of their moments really ground the movie to a halt or anything, even though the melodrama between them was predictable and stuff we have seen before. But I will say, as the father of adopted kids, I don't know, maybe the idea of a child reconnecting with their roots and the parental fear that they're going to leave once they find those roots, it resonated with me. That's a personal connection. Would I have liked to have seen more gigantic monkeys instead? You bet your sweet Bippy I would have, but as it is, honestly, it's not that bad. Dan Stevens is a new cast member, and I swear I'm not making this up. He's a Titan veterinarian. He's kind of a cross between Keanu Reeves and Steve Irwin, and where you would think that would be irritating, Stevens plays the part with such undeniable charm that you can't help but develop a soft spot for the guy. Brian Tyree Henry is also in the movie. I mean, did you honestly think we wouldn't get a comic relief black guy in this film? I think there's a law that got passed in Hollywood saying that at least one is required in these types of movies. God forbid we have a black guy in one of these movies who's a professional scientist or a fearless adventurer. No, we got a comedy quota we got to reach. Do better, Hollywood. Do better. So let's rip off this Band-Aid and all the hair that goes with it. This is a dumb movie. And I loved it. This is the very definition of a popcorn movie. A razor-thin plot, a protagonist you can get behind, and I am talking about Kong, by the way, and a pretty effective bad guy. There's lots of action. The movie doesn't pretend to be anything more than what it is, and I even found the human characters tolerable this time. If I have any major gripes about the movie in any department, it would be the pacing, because the pacing is pretty bad. In its need to get to the action and monsters as quickly as possible, it stuffs every scene with as much as they can, making it seem like you're being kicked in the backside from one scene to another. I mean, if that's the case, if we were having trouble getting this much human drama and getting this much monarch action into a movie, why have human characters at all? Why have Godzilla at all? Why not just strip the movie down to its core components and just tell a satisfying story with the real star of the film? Kong. I'm talking about Kong. Yes, my friends, Kong is the true star of this film. No longer is he a small-brained, roaring, people-eating, octopus-wrestling ape with a eye for the ladies. Now, in Godzilla Loves Kong, he comes off as more human than ever, and that is every bit the compliment to the effects crew that I can muster. His expressions say more than dialogue ever could, and it says more better than the dialogue in this movie ever could. We see him happy, sad, forlorn, angry, scared, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, even though I know people are gonna be upset. Kong's a better character than Godzilla. He's a better character than Godzilla in this film. I felt for the guy. I wanted to see him succeed. Godzilla is just a muscle-headed bully, a weapon who is manipulated, aimed, and released. Kong has a soul, and you see that soul in this film. Likewise, the Scar King is also a great character. Sinister, malevolent, evil. He does not look like Kong's physical match, but he has a mean streak and the intelligence to make him a formidable foe, and I thought that he was the perfect foil for our big monkey friend in this outing. There's just something about that sinister smile and chilling laughter that tells me this is an enemy who can not only inflict pain on those who stand against him, but will enjoy every second of it. But answer me this, because honestly, I don't know if I missed something or not. Did they ever say what the Scar King's enslaved Kongs were building? Did the movie ever explain this? Did I just zone out? Is this going to be in a deleted scene somewhere that they were building a castle or a fortress or an In-N-Out? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. What the heck were these monkeys building? Why am I so invested in this plot thread? I mean, come on. He had them enslaved because slavery is bad, and the movie wanted us to know, without any shadow of a doubt, that he was the bad guy. I mean, I doubt any more thought than that went into this film. Also, don't worry, the little ape baby that you've been seeing in the trailer, the mini Kong as they call him, it's not what you think. Like, seriously, if you're expecting something saccharine and kid-friendly like Son of Kong or something stupid like that, you can put your mind at ease. I mean, it is stupid because that's just what this movie is. But this big little simian is actually a good thing for the movie. And when Kong uses him in a fight in a way I'm not going to spoil, I almost soiled myself laughing. Like literally, I should really get that checked by a doctor and a dry cleaner. There are some interesting things in this film that are touched on but never explored. One of them is Kong's age. Our massive amigo is getting rather long in the tooth in this movie, and it communicates it rather effectively for the first 20 minutes before the plot gets distracted by something shiny. I kind of hope this is explored later. Kong is such a great character in this movie, I felt his age with him. I felt more empathy for Kong than I felt for any human character in this film. And that's what I want to see at some point from the Monsterverse. I would like to see a movie about Godzilla, Kong, and the rest of the Monsterverse lineup without any human characters. Heck, make the entire movie wordless. Make it like a nature documentary. The human subplots aren't winning anyone over, so why bother having them? We want to see fun monsters having fun fights and destroying every landmark on the planet. That's it. We can just call it Destroy All Monuments, and it would just be 90 minutes of monster mayhem and property damage. Warner Brothers, I await your call. No, wait. You're the studio that keeps shelving completed movies for tax breaks. On second thought, Warner Brothers, you can go to hell. Before that happens, though, particularly if you're a fan of the Monsterverse, definitely check out Godzilla's X Kong. It's funny, enjoyable, action-packed, bonkers. Yes, it's stupid. Stupid fun. It's not going to make any top 10s of 2024, but not every movie has to be a classic. Some of them just have to be amusing enough to make you smile through their runtime, and Godzilla Kisses Kong is just that type of a movie. A monster matinee that never pretends to be anything better or more important than what it is. A chest-beating, roaring good time with two monsters who find love in all the wrong places. Before we wrap up this video, I want to send a monstrous thank you to my lovely Patreons, John Borg, Juliano Toniato, James Gibbons, and Bradley Amiel Julian. You are the Mothra to my lumbering ego. You direct me, you guide me, and I love you with every bit of my cold reptilian heart. If you are not a Patreon and you have as little as $5 a month to spare, and my videos bring you even the smallest amount of joy to your lives, I would love you to join me in the ranks of my members. The link is in the video description below. Members. And with that, I bring this installment of my review show to a close and invite you to join us next time to find out what Jason watches.